While things have slowed down in D.C., spring is a busy time in most states and for AHCA NCAL state affiliates. Short legislative sessions are coming to a close, and long legislative sessions are just reaching their halfway point. And with many states still facing unique budget challenges, skilled nursing and assisted living continues to be threatened with additional Medicaid cuts. We've heard from numerous states about their ongoing efforts to battle these cuts and restore funding. For example, in Pennsylvania, providers are hard at work to avoid a more than $100 million proposed cut. They've launched an online petition campaign and are well on their way to collecting 10,000 signatures by May 1st. In addition, providers had a major victory when the Pennsylvania House passed legislation that would give them the same protections against punitive damages that doctors already have. Providers were going from office to let their lawmakers know about the need for this legislation. And thanks to their efforts, the bill passed the House and now heads to the Senate. Meanwhile, there's no shortage of rallying in Florida. In the face of a $2 billion state budget shortfall and a proposed 2.5% Medicaid cut, the Florida Healthcare Association launched an online campaign, Safeguard Our Seniors. They engaged advocates, informed key audiences, and raised awareness about the link between funding and quality. And in the end, they had an enormous victory. They were able to reduce the Medicaid cut to 1.25% instead of the originally proposed 2.5%, which will make a huge difference for the frail, elderly, and disabled in Florida. And finally, South Dakota providers wrapped up their legislative session with flying colors. At a time when most states are trying to avoid cuts, providers in South Dakota obtained funding increases for long-term care. Because of their efforts, over $8 million will be distributed to most Medicaid providers, with $5 million directed exclusively for caregiver bonuses. Through in-district meetings and communication efforts, advocates from across the state made a concerted effort to show legislators why funding is so important to care. These states tapped into their greatest asset, their members, to tell the real story of why state and federal funding is so critical to delivering high-quality care. From hosting local meetings, to making phone calls, to engaging advocates online, providers changed hearts and minds to ensure we have the resources we need to care for our most vulnerable population. Follow our blog to see what other states are doing to advance legislation for long-term and post-acute care. And on behalf of AHCA NCAL, thank you for the work that you do to improve the lives of seniors in your state.